All right, welcome back to the channel. We're going to start out with something easy. Breakfast. Who don't love breakfast? My family loves breakfast. I'm sure everyone at home watching loves breakfast. I get the Blackstone preheated. It's been going about 5 or 6 minutes. I got it on low. Going to start out with bacon first. That way I can get some fat down on the grill. And I'm going to do some hash browns, I think some French toast, pancakes, and then scrambled eggs at the end. I'm going to start out with the bacon though. Got some Smithfield thick cut bacon. You hear that sizzle, then you know you got enough heat. If you ain't got no sizzle, you might want to preheat a little bit longer. We got a whole pound. I'm going with the full pound. I usually just lay them out like so. The only time I season my bacon is if I'm going to do candied bacon, which is a whole different deal. I would put brown sugar on top of that, as well as a little bit of bourbon. But these right here, they pretty much are they're going to season themselves up. They got salt, of course, a lot of salt and bacon, and then the pepper. I'm not going to go with no pepper on it, but if you want to crack a little pepper on once it's done, I would recommend that. Otherwise, it's just going to burn up on the flat top. No need to flip these too early. A lot of people probably like to flip. For me, I like nice flat bacon. I don't have no kind of press to hold it down right now. To keep it flat, so instead, just going to go with not trying to flip it too early. Let it get a nice good crust underneath. I like to move them around to different heat spots. As you cook, the temperature is going to change. So if I move it around, I can know I get some new hot spots. All right, my bacon's been going about 5 minutes or so. It's not super brown on one side, but I'm gonna go ahead and flip it. It's got some decent color on there. I know I'm gonna keep these on here for a while, and I'm gonna push them to the side to my cold zone here in a second. When I throw on these hash browns, that one's got a lot of color on it. Funny story, I'm actually not that big of a fan of bacon. It's good, it's fine, but I don't love it. My protein of choice for breakfast has always been sausage. Don't have any sausage this morning. I'm pretty much the only one that really likes sausage, so I didn't buy any. Breakfast, I don't know about y'all, but not just breakfast, but groceries in general, woo, they're expensive these days. All right, now that I got a little bit of color on those, I'm going ahead and move them over here to the my low zone. I got it on low over here. I'm gonna let these guys hang out and continue to cook. I'm gonna get these hash browns down next. When you're cooking on these grills, it goes really fast. So you want to keep a good order of operations going. Basically, for me, I like to do my bacon first so I can get this grease on here. And do the hash browns because they take the longest to cook next. Followed by, I guess I'm going to do my French toast next after the hash browns. And then I'm going to do pancakes. They're really quick. I want it nice and low when I do that as well. Everything on low. And then last, I'm going to do scrambled eggs. I got one special request for scrambled eggs. And you really want that one probably on this right, on my right, your left. I'm going to do that one probably off. And I'm going to use the residual heat from the rest of the stove top, the cooktop, to put a little heat on the scrambled eggs. You don't want to burn them up. All right. Got my bacon to the one side. I'm not going to scrape or anything. I want that bit of flavor as much as I can for the hash browns. I'm going to go ahead with, looks like a 1/3 cup of onion. I didn't measure it. It just so happens to be in this cup. I just want a little bit of that flavor of the onion to go through into the hash brown. Give it a little bit more flavor. Basically, I'm just gonna go right on top of these with my hash browns. I've been letting them thaw out. These are frozen hash browns. I put them in a strainer. I got a bowl underneath there to catch the water. I got this out earlier this morning. I think you can go with straight frozen, but for me, it seems like it's a little bit better to go with it thawed out. I forgot my spatula in the house, so I'm just going to use my tongs to kind of evenly spread these guys out. The key to good hash browns is you want to let them sit and get really good crust before you flip them. You do not want to flip these guys too early. That is the key. And remember, I got everything on low right now. Got a real nice color going on my bacon here. You can't see it's a little off camera. I'm gonna get better as this film production goes. I do like content creating. I do like making things, but I am kind of a rook dog when it comes to what I'm doing right now. I've really never filmed this way. Normally I just film things for other people. I like to take photos. I'm a photographer on the side for a hobby. But as far as being in front of the camera, it's not really my thing. But you know what? It's never too late to try new things. And that's definitely what I'm doing right now. I'm trying new things. And yeah. It's fun, right? Been inspired the past few weeks. Even before I got my griddle, I've been influenced by a handful of content creators on YouTube. I've been watching a ton of videos about assembly, seasoning, cooking recipes. I've been watching Flat Top King, but my favorite's probably this guy named Johnny Brunette, I think is his name. He's from Ohio. I like his videos a lot. Who else have I been watching? I've been watching Hussey. And put your favorite Blackstone or griddle cooker in the comments. I'm trying to watch new people. I'm trying to find new recipes. Maybe I'm sleeping on somebody. Let me know in the comments who's your favorite creator that you watch. Alright, got my bacon off. I'm going to let these continue to go. I'm going to throw a little salt on here. I might do a little pepper at the end. Again, that pepper is just going to burn up. So I'm just going to hit it with a little salt. Potatoes need a little salt. Just makes it good. You know what I'm saying? Alright, I sort of forgot that my kids like McDonald's style hash browns. I'm going to throw a couple of them on there. Me and my wife prefer this kind here. I'm just going to put a couple of these down and let them cook up. I'm going to put a little oil around the edges. Alright, we got a lot of brown on here. I'm going to just try to scoop up under it and move it on over. For me, my goal is to have a nice crust on them, but I don't want them overdone. I don't want them burnt up. I've actually done these. This would be like my 4th time doing this style. And the first couple times, it was kind of burnt because I let it sit too long before I flipped. So today, I'm trying to get it to the texture that I like. Keep in mind, everyone's going to be different on what they like. But for me, I just want an oily, nice taste. I'm going to put a little cheese on there here in a second. I'm going to actually move these other hash browns that I got going. I got a nice little bit of hot oil right there on the plate. Put that guy right down in there. Let him cook up. Again, I know my camera angle is terrible. I'm going to work on that, guys. I'm going to try to maybe scoot it back and get a little wider in the future. All right, got my hash browns. I'm gonna let them go a few minutes before I put the cheese on top. I'm gonna get going next with my French toast. Back in from the house, my favorite part about cooking is the 18 trips that you make in and out your back door to get everything you need. I'm being sarcastic. I really hate having to go back in and out, in and out, in and out. But it is what it is. Right, so got these hash browns cooking up, chilling up. These is browning up on the bottom pretty decent. I cut the heat off on that because I walked away to get my mix here for my French toast. I know it's hard to see it, but inside here I got 3 eggs that I whipped up. I added some cinnamon and I put a little vanilla extract. I don't know how to say that. Vanilla. Imitation vanilla. Let's go with that. Inside there. Going with 4 pumpkin Texas toast. You're going to put it, again, it's off mixture. Everyone knows how to make French toast. Basically, you just take your bread, you're going to dip it in there. I'm going to put down a little bit of oil. Shake off your excess egg. You don't want too much on here. You're just going to slap him down. Boom. Simple. My technique, again, it's off camera, but I stick my bread in here and I usually spin it clockwise, counterclockwise, whatever your heart's desire. Give it a nice little shake, shake off the excess, boom. Off camera, I'm also going to take these in the house and going to finish these off with a little powdered sugar on top. My wife told me it's either or. She said either you put powdered sugar or syrup, but in my house, we're going to do both. We're going to do a little syrup on that thing, and we're going to do the powdered sugar. All right, I thought I only had enough for 4, but it looks like 3 eggs is enough to do 5. I got my last little bit in here. I wasn't for sure how much I would need. I'm not the biggest French toast guy. I probably would not eat this. I think I'm probably really only going to eat these hash browns, to be honest. This style hash brown. All right, we got that on there. Too bad Fathead Doggy ain't out here. I'd give him some of that bread with a little egg on there. Got my Rottweiler, 6-month-old Rottweiler, running around terrorizing all the animals here early in the morning here in Kentucky. A beautiful morning in Kentucky. Blessed and breathing. Happy to be alive to prepare another meal for my family. One of my joys in life is taking care of them and cooking for them, even though they may not like it all the time. I certainly enjoy doing this. I cut the heat off on this one when I walked away a minute ago. I'm gonna cut it back on. Put that thing on low. Got these hash browns here, trying to get a good brown on there. It's not happening yet. I'm gonna move it over here. So I'm gonna crank it on high on my left side here. Try to get a little golden brown on these guys here. We'll see how it goes. All my kids like a little salt, so I'm gonna just add a little salt on top of them hash browns there. They can add extra if they want. My cheese is already melting here. And give my French toast a little flip. Oh, there you go. Perfect color. This is what you're looking for here on a good French toast, in my opinion. The beautiful thing about the Blackstone, guys, if you're on the fence of getting one, it's a no-brainer. Highly recommend it. There's absolutely no way you could cook this much food this fast indoors. Out here I got plenty of room. I can have multiple things cooking up at one time. And it's just the bee's knees, y'all. It really is. It truly, truly, truly is. Got these hash browns over here cooking up. I'm not gonna pull these off till they're brown. I want them like a deep fried, again, similar to like what you would get at McDonald's. This cheese here is starting to melt up. I'm gonna pull it, starting to pull this off. Oh, nice and cheesy. With the cheese pull, oh my God. No hash brown left behind. And then a trick for these guys, because I do got a couple more things to cook. I take my hash browns and I double plate it. Again, it's off camera, but on the bottom plate's got them. Top plate is going to kind of keep them warm while I'm cooking pancakes. The only thing I got left is pancakes and scrambled eggs. Make sure it's got that nice little color on there like that. And you know that you are good to go. Right, be right back. I'm going to get my pancake mix and maybe possibly my bigger scraper as well. All right, got my big scraper. I'm going to try to get up some of this stuff before I lay down my pancakes. One of my two boys don't really like bacon, so I'll make sure I don't want to get no. There we go. Got a good color on that. Those looking good. Get that guy out of here. Got everything on low still. Got him on high, but I'm gonna turn it back down. I forgot a plate for my other items. Be right back. I was just saying in the house, it's crazy how a big breakfast takes so many dishes, so many plates, so much cleanup, but that's okay. No big deal. All right. Butter. Gotta go back in for butter. I don't usually put oil down for my pancakes. I prefer to put butter down. Back in action. Got a bit of butter. Just gonna throw it down. Starting to brown up immediately. That's a sign to me that it's probably too hot. So I'm gonna make sure I keep it right here in the middle. I'm gonna turn this, go ahead and turn this one off because I'm gonna get that ready for this scrambled egg I'm gonna do here in a second. Just a little bit more. I'm gonna try to get my pancakes all done at one time. Again, that's the beauty of having the big Blackstone griddle, y'all. I'm gonna eyeball this. I've been doing pancakes my whole life. I pretty much know the consistency of the batter I like, as well as the size. A lot of people use the fancy, the Blackstone's got an accessory where you can squeeze them out the perfect amount. Some people use scooper, ice cream scooper, all kinds of stuff, ladle. But for me, I just tip my bowl, let it pour out here, and keep it moving. Some of those items, I mean, I've already got enough dishes I got to do, so why would I want another dish with a ladle or a scoop of some sorts? when I've already dirtied up this bowl. Like literally, I'm gonna spend more time doing the dishes this morning than I did actual cooking. The cooking's the easy part, y'all. The prep work, the in and out of the house, that's the part that's time consuming. Waking up in the morning planning to do a breakfast and then realizing you don't have no syrup, you gotta run out and get syrup even though you were at Kroger yesterday. Excuse that fire truck, everyone. Let's hope whoever that family is experiencing whatever they needed fire truck to come out for. Hopefully everything's doing all right with them. Again, Blackstone, y'all. Really quick. Perfect color on these. It doesn't quite have the butter burnt ring, crispy ring around the edge that I kind of like to get, but that's okay. They're still going to be delicious. The key is, guys, is once you see these bubbles poking up through here, that's essentially when you know it's time to flip. Kind of easy tell sign. All right, what is that? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. You got 15 pancakes done, and literally it's going to be about 2 minutes for 15 pancakes. Y'all can't beat that. Last thing that I'm going to cook is going to be my scrambled eggs, and I'm done. I've got all the items done, and it's time to go in here and eat. And get these pancakes off before I start the eggs, though, because I don't want these to burn up. Now it sounds like we got an ambulance coming, y'all. Had a fire truck, now it sounds like we got the ambulance coming. Or actually, it sounds like it went a different way. It went a different direction, it sounds like. You guys got a nice seasoned griddle. As you notice, these pancakes are not sticking whatsoever. I've got a nice seasoning going on. These, I want to put a little color. I'm going to put a little bit more butter down for these guys here. Because why not? Put that down. Big shout out to the wife. She is doing the brunt of the hard work inside because she's preparing the little ones' plates. She's getting the powdered sugar on them for me. She's getting the syrup down on them. She's got the bacon pulling off the fatty tips of it. So she's actually, shout out to her inside the house. Couldn't make this possible without her. I could, but my food would probably be cold because there's so many steps involved with a big breakfast. If you only got a couple items on a breakfast, it's probably easy. But for me, I got a lot going on. I'm going to finish up this cook with those scrambled eggs. Again, I got this one off. And hopefully the residual heat's enough to cook these eggs up. They're running a little bit, but that's okay. Make sure it don't run too fast, too far. Not cooking an omelet, so I'm just going to chop it up. Obviously, if you were doing an omelet, you would let that sit and chill out, but that's not what we're doing here. We're going to let that sit another second or two. And we're going to be done. This cook's going to be done here in the next 1 minute. It's going to be time to eat. But I'm the type, before I eat, I'm actually going to come out here and scrape all this off. It seems like the key to me is, I've only had this a week or so, but the key is to keep this thing clean. You want to keep it clean as possible. if I do say so myself, these are some of the better eggs I've cooked in the past couple years. These actually look quite delicious. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't think she asked for cheese on top of their scrambled eggs, but I'm gonna put a little bit in there anyway. I mean, who don't like cheese, right? Now that these are pretty much cooked, I'm going to go ahead and turn the griddle completely off. All burners off. And don't forget to turn your gas off, folks. Make sure you turn that gas off. Cheese melted up really quickly. All right, folks, thanks for tuning in. That's going to conclude my breakfast. There's my eggs. Be sure to hit like if you like this video. Please hit like. It lets me know that people actually like me and they like my video and they like what I'm doing. If you don't like it, I understand, more respect to you, but if you do like what you saw, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it, and we're going to catch you on the next one. Holla.